Strangely, out of all of the different film and novel franchises, Star Wars has been the most popular one to integrate into Hearts of Iron 4. I could probably name 4 Star Wars overhaul mods, including this one, and a handful of other small, more meme mods. This one, though, I've been following the development of for a while, and I have graciously been granted early access to it to make this video, I believe, a day before it actually releases. If this video is released on the right day, it might be the same day. I don't know. If it is out, I will include a link to the workshop. Also, I have Hoi4 at a really weird resolution, hence why these videos are always in 4K, but the UI is still pretty big. That's probably why the background thing is a little bit off. And today, for the nation we'll play as Alderaan. Mostly because I just want to see our country get destroyed. I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm sure we can prevent it. And here's the map too. This looks pretty cool. I've seen a lot of different interpretations of how to make a galaxy map in Hoi4. They all look very similar, but this one looks nice. I guess we control more than just one planet, though one of the planets we control is kind of just out here in nowhere. I assume we can still get to these planets, they're just not in the hyperspace line. And I guess we'll start stirring the Senate. It grants them a weekly change in the balance of power, and I assume that balance of power is towards more democracy away from Palpatine's control. And interesting too, we have 6 dockyards but only 1 military factory. I guess it kind of makes sense because we're mostly going to be focusing on making the cool Star Wars battleships and not the infantry weapons for the on-planet operations. We will need military factories too for the small airframes. It looks like though research is just Hearts of Iron 4 research with a different coat of paint, which I personally prefer. Yeah, and in the decisions too, we have a decision here which more directly states that it will move control towards the Imperial Senators. I don't know if we want to do that decision yet, but I'll at least click it a few times to see if something happens. I don't really know if we can avoid the war, but I guess we can try. Disband the Senate. Yeah, he's probably just gonna disband the Senate. We'll save up our political power first for a good advisor. Some very recognizable ones like the C-3PO protocol droid advisor to the entire rebellion. Sounds like a great idea. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There is a civil war going on in the Empire over here starting off. I don't think it's gonna go very well, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, and this focus too, pretty early on, we create the faction, the Alliance to restore the Republic. Yeah, that's good. Shipping lanes debate, how awful. Yeah, and wow, the giant Galactic Empire won that war against the tiny rebel faction. Okay, and it looks like here on a variety of different planets, we'll replace Resistance Cell with Rebel Cell, which increases the power of our rebellion efforts. Because even though we're kind of separate from the Galactic Empire on the map here, we are still technically part of the Galactic Empire. Okay, there's an uprising on Moncala. They've pledged their support to us, which is great. It looks like the rest of the Empire isn't going to be called in, maybe, so they potentially have a chance at winning this. We can't send volunteers though, which is unfortunate, but fine. Also, it kind of looks like Lethal is led by the villain from the 4th Indiana Jones movie. That's interesting. Very interesting. I guess I did watch Star Wars Rebels, and she really does look similar. Okay, interesting. The Empire's official leader is now Tarkin. The Emperor is still just a national spirit like the monarch in most Hearts of Iron 4 countries. I guess the Senate does have a lot of control. Maybe if we keep doing these decisions, eventually the Senate will win, and there'll just be a peaceful transfer of power to the Republic. I'm sure that'll happen. I'm optimistic. And yeah, I think we have technically won now. There's 100% Senate control, and if there's 100% Senate control, that means that we've won. I like too how we have a cavalry expert. Cavalry just speeders? Is that what cavalry is, or are there just horses that we can still use? Yeah, they are speeders. That would be funny though. I don't think a horse has probably ever appeared in Star Wars though, so they might just not exist. And yeah, the current state has gone from 100% to nothing, so I'm going to take a very wild guess and assume that we haven't automatically won. The best part of the mod though has to be the stormtrooper icon for manpower. That's more than perfect. Or maybe it's the DShakey Corporation. I think I'm going to choose it. Artillery is good in Hearts of Iron 4. It is very good. It's always good to choose the artillery company when it's an option. And 2, we've finally reached the alliance to restore the Republic. Since the Empire was first formed after the end of the Clone Wars, there have been those against its very existence. Those against not just the Empire itself, but what it stands for. Against the ideas of tyranny and oppression, and who instead believe democracy and equality for all. We'll first, though, get some dockyards, because we need dockyards, because we are very weak. We're the weak rebels attacking the Galactic Empire. At least we can just win by losing a ton, going to Hoth, losing some more, then attacking the Ewok planet. See, it's a great plan. Though if we can do it without Alderaan getting destroyed, that is an added bonus. We'll try that. It looks like this civil war on this planet isn't really changing that much. Both sides seem to be in a stalemate of having no divisions. We'll also really need to research all of this stuff. Wait, heist on Aldani? Okay, here's a new dreadnought that will start producing. Yeah, this focus tree is problematic though. They can just do this focus to test out the Death Star's capabilities. Yeah, we really don't want that to happen. I've also been kind of stupid and built all of the civilian factories that I've been making so far on Alderaan. That's not a good idea. We should have been building those somewhere else. I guess we can at least just move the fleet away from Alderaan and move the soldiers away, just in case. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. It might not be like the worst thing ever, and we still might be okay, but the Republic of Mancala is being successful, doing a great job. They are at war with the entire Empire though, so, you know. But yeah, I think what we will do is just do this single focus here to give fighters to all of the rebel cells, and then we will officially become the rebellion. I don't know how publicly we're announcing it though. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I guess if we can capitulate the Empire super fast, Alderaan will still exist, but I don't know what we're going to do exactly. Yeah, also these guys are definitely losing now, being at war with the entire Empire. So we can actually now invite this one rebel cell to our faction. That's interesting. They're not at war with the Empire, so I don't see what the problem would be in it. Looks like they're gonna win this war fine without our help, but I guess we can send some help over there. I don't think we're in immediate need to be using these divisions. We too are now officially the Rebel Alliance, no longer just Alderaan. Let's see, when are we gonna declare war? If we declare war. Okay, Rogue One. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh no, what's going to happen? Okay, we're going to deploy some scavengers to try to find some abandoned ships or captains in deep space that will join our cause. Defeating these guys is also very difficult because they have a level 5 land for it. So now all of the building slots are filled here, so we can only really build on Alderaan. I have very mixed feelings about building more factories on Alderaan. Yeah, anyways, we'll now do the Declaration of Rebellion. Declare that we're rebellion. It doesn't start the war though, that's just, you know, this is a special type of rebellion. Secure new headquarters? I wonder why we need to secure new headquarters. Okay, we'll do it now though. We'll do Rogue One. I'm kind of scared though that immediately after we do this, Alderaan's going to stop existing. Yes, and now we've united the Rebel Alliance a bit too, so I guess we do have a little bit more factories, but still nowhere close to the Empire. All these new rebel places are core states, so I'm going to stop building factories on Alderaan. Yeah, that's a good idea. We also got a lot of new divisions too from all those guys. I guess we'll just use all these divisions to garrison these planets so that the Empire doesn't take them. These divisions are kind of stuck in here, so yeah, we'll just put them on their own battle plan. Okay, yeah, the Senate is gone. That means Alderaan is going to disappear very, very soon. We at least have a lot of other planets now though, so it's not the end of the world. Well, that's a really bad way to put it, but yeah, we really need now though to just plan on the planets that we're going to invade first. So it's Darth Maul. Do you think we can get Darth Maul inside our faction? Okay, we've put Akbar in charge of our secondary fleet. We're going to send it all the way over somewhere here so that we can invade this planet. The destruction of Alderaan. Bail Organa dies. At least we've taken this planet. We'll turn it into the new Alderaan. Okay, now we're going to destroy the Death Star since we know about its its one vital weakness. I'm sure this will be perfect. Good. The Empire has so many planets, they've adopted a one division per port strategy. News from Yavin shocked the galaxy today with reports from Imperial forces in the system indicating the destruction of the DS-1 mobile battle station. That's great. The DS-1 mobile battle station was terrible. This is kind of funny. The Empire reinforced this planet, but they were reinforcing it the second they were losing the battle for this port. So 7 divisions just immediately appeared here and then were pushed here and are now encircled. Really don't even need to try to fight these land wars. I know how good they aim. I'd like to imagine that this guy is just leading some sort of lost tribe on a shattered piece of Alderaan. Anyways, we're planning a big invasion of this planet. It's kind of hard to tell what the planet names are. I'm going to guess Fondor. We'll then be one step closer to the Imperial City. Probably gonna take a long time for the Empire to capitulate. If we take the Imperial City, then maybe they'll just give up. Looks like the Empire actually has ships here. This is the first time we've ever had issues with naval supremacy at all, or the Empire actually having ships anywhere. Okay, and this was much more of a fight than taking the other planets, but it looks like we're going to be successful. We have a really large force over here. We'll continue doing secondary operations elsewhere too. The Empire is actually being smart and keeping space superiority around the capital. So we're going to have to go around this way to get to Coruscant, the Emperor's City. I'm sure he'll be very sad to lose that city. Yeah, and the Emperor's City, not very defended. The research station was not defended at all. Don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're all just on Coruscant. Okay, we have Han Solo and Luke Skywalker now. They're going to be our great new generals that are going to destroy the Empire. I'm sure we're unstoppable now. We're kind of having an issue taking over this planet because we don't have any supply. I guess we could always build a new supply hub, but supply hubs cost so much. Yes, after building a port here and a port here, we're finally able to push into their ports, and now they're all encircled. Okay, we're so close to 50% naval supremacy or space supremacy. We have 49%, and then we'll have full supremacy around Coruscant, and then we can strike at the heart of the Empire. It's 49.20. Okay, there. Now launch our full-scale invasion with about 70 divisions. We're doing this with perfect timing too, because we just barely got to the invasion of the core focus, so it was kind of meant to be. This mod is so good that it knew the exact time it would take us to get to Coruscant. And anyways, with control over Coruscant, we can finally, or I guess we just unlocked the decision, so finally might not be the best word, but we can form the new republic. But that's where we're going to call it for today. Anyways, if you want to see more of this mod, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all next time.